in freedom and just take a moment to remember our friends and our colleagues and our brothers and our sisters who are in jail in mainland China or detained in Hong Kong. I'm Edward Lucas and I'm the LibDem Parliamentary candidate. I'm the LibDem Parliamentary candidate for this constituency. I want to start off just by giving a very warm welcome to the representatives of the Chinese Embassy, the Ministry of State Security, the United Front Work Department, and all the other people who may be observing this demonstration, whether they're doing so electronically or even here in person. You're very welcome, comrades, and please listen very carefully because you're going to learn something very important about democracy, possibly some rather unfamiliar concepts about the way in which people can lobby their government, can do so freely and actually get some changes, things that don't happen in mainland China, at least not yet. I believe they will one day. So please listen up, comrades, this is partly for you. Now I've just got off the phone from Jane Ashton. Paddy Ashton was my great mentor in politics. He talked all the time about Hong Kong because he lived there, worked there, studied there, learnt the Chinese language there. And Jane says she's sorry she can't be with you today. She's down in Somerset. But she said if Paddy was still alive, he'd be so angry about what's happened to Hong Kong. He'd be so proud of the efforts that you're making. He'd be so pleased that the government seems to be listening. And he'd be so eager that they do even more. And the other message I've got is from Lithuania. I was just on the phone to my friends in Lithuania. I used to live there. I speak Lithuanian. I'm very close to the Lithuanians who've been doing so much to twist the nose and twist the tail of the Chinese Communist Party with their work on Hong Kong, on Taiwan, on occupied East Turkestan, and on human rights in China. And they said, don't worry if there's not very many of you, because there's not very many of us. 3 million Lithuanians, we destroyed the Soviet Union, and now we're giving the Chinese Communist Party a headache. It doesn't matter if your numbers are small, so long as your vision is big. I just want to say one more thing. I want to thank the people here who've been helping on my campaign. I am so grateful to you, not just for your help in finding me a Chinese name and the work on my website, but also for the inspiration. When I go out knocking on doors in Westminster, I am so glad to have people with me from Hong Kong, from Taiwan, and also from Lithuania and Ukraine and Estonia and Latvia and Poland and all these countries that have fought for freedom and understand it really matters. And when I have people from Hong Kong on the doorstep and they say to the voters, you know, what we're doing here is legal and you can tell me to go away or you can agree with me. If we did that in Hong Kong, we'd be in serious trouble. It's a great privilege here, and my British voters don't always appreciate it, and I'm so grateful for the help from my Hong Kong friends and others who drive home that message. And the final point I want to make is just the one we started with. Democracy works. We lobbied the government, we had good arguments, we won people over, we got them worried, they started making changes, they started making more changes, and now it looks, God willing, as though we're going to get the concessions that we want tomorrow. May not be all the concessions, but that's the great thing about democracy. You win something, and then you go back for more, and you keep going and going and going until you win. So I wish you every success in this campaign. I wish every success in the next campaign and the one after that, and you're very welcome to join my campaign. Free Hong Kong!
Free Hong Kong!
Okay.